Oh, now I see it.
There you go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to North by Northwest Presents. My name is Beth Smith, and I'm on the regional faculty in Region 13. We're going to spend a few minutes this morning geeking out on technology. I am going to do a little presentation on the app TE Tuner, which is about all things keeping your voice in tune as you sing. Because we are being recorded, I'm going to zip through some of the preparatory setup of the app so that you can go back and watch that later and pause it if you need to play around with it on your phone. So that hopefully we'll have time to get a little bit of actual practice in at the end of the session. These generally run 10 minutes. Today's might be just a little bit longer because we are going to try to zip through a whole lot of information. So hopefully you have loaded TE Tuner on your phone, either iPhone or Android. I have an iPhone, so all the screenshots you see will be iPhone screenshots. I understand that the Android app is very similar in appearance. So you shouldn't have any trouble finding all of these things on your screen, no matter which platform you're using. Okay, so we're going to go. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go and check out the world of TE Tuner. Here we are. All right. So, welcome to the world of TE Tuner. When you downloaded the app, you might have noticed the, sorry, I want to make sure that I have a little spotlight on my mouse so that you can see. There we go. When you downloaded the app, you might have seen that this little colored wheel with the tuning fork in the middle of it is the symbol for the app. So if you haven't downloaded the app yet and you want to go find it on your app store, that is the symbol for it. When you open TE Tuner after you have it installed, you might see this little screen with a happy face. It's just a welcome. I'm not sure you can disable it, but all you have to do is hit your screen and it'll go away. So we have the TE Tuner app installed. We're going to set up our preferences. When you open it, all of these screenshots, I started everything from factory reset. So when you open your app, this is what you should see on your app, on your phone screen. We're going to set up most of our preferences as preset will be okay, but we want to set up some things specifically for singing barbershop that may not be immediately apparent. Getting this little screen out of the way. We want to make sure that we engage Pythagorean tuning because for barbershop that's the name of our game. So if you go into the prefs section, it's the little gear wheels at the bottom of your screen. The first screen you see will be this. You want to set your alternate temperament to Pythagorean. I believe that it shows equal temperament for the default and Pythagorean is what you want to set for the alternate. So on the screen you'll be toggling between the two, but you want to be able to have Pythagorean as a choice. And then a little further down on the next screen you want to show the out of tune face because let's face it, that immediate feedback is what this app is all about. Then if we go out, you will see that there are different modes at the bottom of the TE Tuner screen. The tuner screen, the sound screen, the analysis screen, the metronome screen. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on metronome because it's very similar to any other metronome app that you've used before. Might show a little bit of the analysis because if you're a super geek you might want to see your sound wave and how it works. We're going to spend the most of our time on the tuner and the sound pages. So if you go out to the tuner page, the little tuning fork page, this is where we want to set up the parameters of how we're going to use TE Tuner. So first of all, up in the upper left corner where it says temperament, it should show a default of equal, and you want to hit if you tap on that little area, it should, because you've set it your alternate tuning system to Pythagorean, it should go to Pythag. You can it also can be a pull down menu if you hold it a little bit, and you can set it. Going down below the little tuning wheel on the bottom right side, you'll see a little square that says wind medium. And if you punch that up, this little mode and range window will come. You want to make sure that,
I'm
yes.
sorry to interrupt, but it sounds like people are not hearing anything, so I just want to clear
Okay.
clear up what's happening.
All right, let me go back and
Uh, could you
are
all
you are
put
you
something in the comment and say it and let us know if you can hear us now?
are you hearing me now?
This being recorded so it can be watched again. Frozen. Hmm.
Okay. So give Shelly a thumbs up if you're hearing me now, or a heart, or some kind of thing. We're going to set up our factory from our factory defaults. I'm just going to proceed as if we have this. And if not, then maybe you can watch the video later.
Yeah, I
Um,
think let's go ahead and do that.
okay. And our preferences, we want to make sure that we set our alternate temperament to Pythagorean for barbershop tuning. And if you scroll down a little further, you want to make sure that you show the out of tune face. When we go to the tuner page, this is where we're going to set up most of our defaults for how we use TE-Tuner. Want to go up into the upper left-hand corner and make sure you tap and set Pythagorean for your temperament, which is your tuning method. On the bottom right of that little wheel screen, you'll see something that says wind and medium. You want to tap on that and open up, and let's set what type of sound is the app going to hear. So you want to make sure that you're set for voice, and the tuning range as medium. If you go into fine and ultra fine, you get so much tuning feedback. It's really too much to process on the fly. You want kind of a very quick visual feedback when you're singing of how you're doing. And medium gives absolutely, definitely enough information to you. And although I didn't change the setting on my screen for my screenshot, you make sure that damping is at normal, and that'll be to help even out the vibrato on the effective tuning. If we go next to the sound screen, that's the little tuning wheel screen, then you want to make sure that we're going to set our instrument for the pitch droning and for the pitch instrument, and also for how TE-Tuner evaluates our sound in relation to the instrument that it's set for. Since we're singing as a voice, we want to make sure that our transposition is 0. If we were playing the trumpet or the clarinet, we might have to transpose to a key for concert tuning, but we are going to tune and transpose at C0, and we're going to do it by instrument. And for your pitch sound, you want to make sure you pick trumpet. I think it defaults to saxophone, but trumpet gives a really clear clarion sound, and so you want to set that. So C0 and trumpet. So the difference between I'm going to go back just a minute. Also, in this little center ring, you want to make sure that your octave in here is set at, sorry, I'm trying to open my phone and do this at the same time. Want to make sure that your octave is set. 4 is the C above middle C. Octave 3 is what encompasses middle C. So that'll affect the pitch of the sound that you hear. So we're going to move right quickly to using the app. There are different ways to use the app. You can do it to track yourself singing against a tone. So if you wanted to sustain the do pitch and sing against it to see how successfully you're tuning against the do of the song or keeping pitch against the do of the song. Or you can set the key of the song when you start singing and see how well you're tuning to the key, to the scale of the song. And that would be our Pythagorean tuning system. So it's your choice as to whether you want feedback from the tuner page or the sound page. I personally like the tuner page because the smiley face gets really big, and I love that sustained smiley face as instant feedback. On the tuners page, you can set the pitch of the song. There's this little circle is actually a ring. It'll show up like this where you see the keys. So you can set the key of the song. You can set the tuning system. You can double check that you're on voice and medium. And then when you start singing, you'll see a smiley face in the middle of this circle. On The other feedback that you get on this page also is at the end of your session, up at the top, you'll see this colored scale with percentages, and that'll show you what percentage of the time you sang in this session you were in key, close, or not at all. Also down in the bottom left, you'll see this big note. That's the note you're singing. So that's the note that's being evaluated. Okay. On the sound screen, there's a little more information you can get that's useful, not necessarily when you're singing. So you can use this as a pitch pipe. If you push and hold one of these keys, it'll sustain a pitch. If you double tap it, it sets the key of the song, which you can see right here. This A right here is the key of the song I've selected. Over here it's a B flat. You can sustain the pitch. So if you hit the sustain button and then hit one of these key symbols, it'll sustain that pitch. Now, caveat, if you hit another one, it'll sustain that one as well. So until you hit the key symbol again to turn it off, whatever you hit will play, so it can be pretty discordant. You can also set the octave that you're working in. Like I said before, 3 is middle C, so 2 would be bass range below, and 4 would be tenor range above. And sustain sustains the note, obviously. So if you wanted to sing against the key of the song, the screen that's shown here is in the key of B flat and sustained. So that B flat is playing solidly, and I would sing against that. Then you get a little smiley face in the center as feedback, and again, you can get the feedback percentages at the end. Okay, so I'm going to unshare my screen, and we're going to take just a couple of minutes and use the app. Now, because I couldn't share my phone with you and hear it at the same time, we're going to set my key at E flat, and I'm going to sing a little bit of a song that my chorus is learning. Are You Going to Scarborough Fair? It's in the key of E flat, but it's really C minor. So I'm setting it in the key of E flat. So for Pythagorean tuning, I'm going to do the key of E flat, and I'm going to sing Are You Going to Scarborough Fair? Now you'll see why I'm not a lead. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? And you notice the longer I hold that pitch and tune, the bigger that smiley face gets. All those little rings and the thinking face are me not singing on the correct pitch. When the rings are below the smiley face, then you're singing under the pitch. It's hard to sing sharp and not go to the next note. Are you going to scar? So you see those rings briefly on the top. So that is the way that you get instant feedback from using TE Tuner. So that's my 10 minutes. If there are any questions, then let's see if we have any. Shelley, do you see any?
Well, so unfortunately, your presentation was wonderful, but it's not coming through on Facebook because of some kind of, it's slow and frozen. So people will unfortunately have to take a look at it on the replay.
Okay. I will try to post my slides, so if you want to go back through my presentation and see the setup, you can. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you again on another North by Northwest Presents.
Thanks, Beth.